How does a poor girl from Mississippi with no connections, no stability, and no roadmap become one of the most powerful women in media history? By rewriting the rules. Oprah Winfrey didn't get a shortcut. She battled poverty, abuse, racism, and rejection, and still built an empire worth billions. Her story is bigger than celebrity. It's a lesson in ownership, identity, and resilience. From daytime TV queen to network boss, Oprah didn't just build a brand. She became the brand. This is the story of how she defied every barrier and created a blueprint for power on her own terms. Born into poverty, raised in chaos, Oprah Winfrey was born in 1954 in rural Mississippi to a teenage single mother. She grew up dirt poor, often wearing dresses made from potato sacks. Bounced between relatives in Milwaukee and Tennessee, she experienced deep instability and emotional neglect. By age 9, she was sexually abused by multiple family members. At 14, she gave birth to a child who died shortly after birth. But through that darkness, Oprah found a spark in books and public speaking. Despite everything, she never surrendered to the chaos around her. She turned pain into power, and it started with believing her story mattered. A voice that broke through early. While still in high school, Oprah landed a job reading the news for a local radio station. By 19, she became the first black female anchor at Nashville's WLA's-TV. Despite the achievement, she struggled with self-image and felt out of place in conservative newsrooms. Her emotional style didn't fit the polished anchor mold, but it struck a nerve with audiences. Oprah wasn't reading headlines. She was connecting. It was this human approach that would define her brand. Early on, she realized she had something rare, the ability to make people feel seen. That would become her lifelong superpower. Fired, rejected, reassigned. Then she took over in Baltimore. Oprah was reassigned from the news desk after being told she was too emotional. Instead of folding, she doubled down on her gift, emotional connection. She began co-hosting People Are Talking, and her relatability made the show a hit. In 1984, she moved to Chicago to host AM Chicago, a low-rated local talk show. Within months, she took it to #1, overtaking Phil Donahue. The station saw her potential and gave her top billing. In 1986, The Oprah Winfrey Show launched nationally, and a media icon was born. Rejection didn't slow her down. It redirected her power. The Oprah Show, daytime TV reinvented for 25 years, The Oprah Winfrey Show dominated daytime television. It wasn't just talk, it was transformation. Oprah made space for tough conversations about trauma, addiction, spirituality, forgiveness, and personal growth. Her show became therapy for millions, giving voice to issues no one else would touch. Viewers didn't just watch, they felt. From celebrity interviews to survivor stories, she turned storytelling into social change. Oprah elevated daytime TV into a platform for healing, self-discovery, and empowerment, and she did it without scripts, without filters, just truth, compassion, and unmatched presence. She didn't host TV, she changed it, OWN it, becoming a network boss. In 2011, Oprah launched the Oprah Winfrey Network, OWN, her most ambitious move yet. The start was rocky. Ratings dropped, critics circled. Even Oprah admitted she underestimated how hard running a network would be. But she pivoted fast. She restructured leadership, curated content that aligned with her voice, and brought in collaborators like Tyler Perry. Slowly, OWN became a home for Black stories, spirituality, and self-betterment. It wasn't just about viewers, it was about ownership. Oprah wasn't just on screen anymore. She controlled the platform. She went from TV talent to network CEO, and she owned every inch of it. Harpo Studios, her media machine. Oprah wasn't just the face of her brand. She built the engine behind it. Through Harpo Studios, she produced The Oprah Winfrey Show and a string of successful films including The Color Purple, Beloved, and Selma. Harpo allowed Oprah to control her image, stories, and profits. She owned her masters. She controlled distribution. She picked the scripts and greenlit the projects. In a world where most stars depend on studios, Oprah built her own. Harpo Studios became the model for creator-owned production, long before it became trendy. Oprah proved that the real power isn't in fame, it's in ownership. Book club to bestseller pipeline. Oprah launched her book club in 1996, and the publishing world has never been the same. A single recommendation from her could sell millions. She turned little-known authors into bestsellers overnight. But it wasn't just hype. Oprah picked books with depth, stories about healing, race, trauma, and transformation. She made reading feel personal and purposeful. Publishers prayed for her endorsement. Stores reordered inventory before episodes aired. The Oprah effect in literature was seismic. More than promoting books, she reignited America's relationship with reading. Her club wasn't just a segment, it was a cultural movement with real economic power. Weight Watchers and Wellness Empire moves. Oprah's public battle with weight became part of her brand, not as weakness but as authenticity. In 2015, she bought a $43 million stake in Weight Watchers, now WDews, and joined its board. The stock soared. But this wasn't just a business deal, it was a values play. Oprah reframed health as empowerment, not shame. She also expanded into wellness media with O Magazine, the Oprah's 2020 Vision Tour, and partnerships across fitness and mental health. She proved that vulnerability could be profitable when backed with purpose. Health wasn't just her journey, it was a billion-dollar conversation. Giving away cars, she was giving away power. In 2004, Oprah gave every audience member a car, and it became an iconic moment in TV history. But it wasn't about the cars, it was about impact. She used her platform to turn giving into a global event. Brands lined up, audiences tuned in. Surprise giveaways became part of her show's DNA. Oprah didn't just talk about generosity, she demonstrated it. From scholarships to housing help, she used her wealth for spectacle and service. Each act of giving amplified her brand as compassionate, relatable, and larger than life. She didn't just give gifts, she gave hope. Net worth in 2025, over $2.8 billion and counting. As of 2025, Oprah Winfrey's estimated net worth exceeds $2.8 billion. Her fortune spans television, real estate, production rights, brand investments, and equity in WW and OWN. Unlike flashier billionaires, Oprah keeps her wealth purposeful. She owns estates in California, Hawaii, and Colorado, but avoids the billionaire lifestyle spotlight. Her money funds causes she cares about: education, health, and equity. Oprah didn't build wealth to impress. She built it to empower. Every investment, partnership, and paycheck leads back to the same mission: freedom through ownership. She's not just rich, she's strategically free, and she's made sure it stays that way. Philanthropy that actually changes lives. Oprah's philanthropy isn't about big checks, it's about big outcomes. She's given hundreds of millions to HBCUs, mental health programs, disaster relief, and girls' education. Her proudest achievement: the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa. She personally mentors students, funds operations, and tracks long-term success. Her foundations also support trauma-informed care, community building, and global empowerment projects. Oprah doesn't just donate, she designs systems that lift people for life. Her giving is strategic, targeted, and deeply personal. In a world full of empty charity headlines, Oprah's philanthropy actually moves the needle and creates legacy. The legacy. From survivor to architect of empowerment, Oprah Winfrey's legacy is more than media. It's transformation. She turned a life marked by trauma into one defined by power, compassion, and reinvention. She changed how women are seen, how Black voices are valued, how media is made and owned. Her story didn't just inspire others, it built infrastructure, careers, companies, and movements. She became the architect of her own narrative and used it to unlock the dreams of millions. In doing so, she created something bigger than fame, bigger than fortune. Oprah's true empire. Empowerment that multiplies long after the cameras stop rolling. Oprah Winfrey didn't just rise, she rebuilt the road behind her. She turned pain into platform, loss into leadership, and empathy into enterprise. She defied the odds and turned her name into a movement. Her empire isn't just about money, it's about what you do with it. If this inspired you, share it. Drop a comment on your favorite Oprah moment and send it to someone building their own future. Because Oprah didn't just change her life, she changed the game for every life that follows.